Hey, what's up, GGTV here with another Rock Band 4 Classic DLC review. Today is 1 year since my first ever Rock Band DLC review, and I'd like to celebrate that with redoing the first review I did a year ago. Yes, it's been a year now since the Brutal songs got released, and you probably see that only the Pro Drum charts are on the screen. Since I only reviewed the Pro Drums when I first started doing this, I will only review the Pro Drums today. The guitar and bass chart are also super hard, so if you want to know if you should buy them for those instruments, well, yes, if you want super hard charts, because they're really tough. Maybe you should lower the difficulty or just skip these songs. Depends on how much you like the songs, I guess. But are these drum charts any fun to play? Let's find out. The first song is Nevermore by Symphony X, and this is probably the easiest drum chart that they released that week. It starts with a semi-fast 2-hit beat on hi-hat, with pedal kicks on each hit. The pedaling is not super tough, since it's not as fast as some of the other contingency pedaling in this game. But if you haven't worked up some Lego muscles yet, then you might struggle a lot here. The beat later evolves into a mix of the same contingency pedaling and some pedal kicks between the hi-hat hits. The pre-chorus and the chorus is a semi-fast 4-hit beat on the green and blue cymbals, with a lot of short bursts of pedaling, as well as some kicks between the cymbal hits. The drum chart also got a lot of hard fills, that sometimes is hard changes between snare double strokes and the cymbals, as well as some fast snare tom rolls with tempo changes. The drum chart evolves a lot during the whole song, and gives you a lot of variety in its beats. The hardest parts of the drum chart is probably the feels that comes during the whole song, and the continuous pedaling can be tough if you haven't worked up some leg control yet. But with that said, I give the drum chart a 9.5 out of 10. Our second song is Heir, by Opeth, and the drum chart starts out pretty simple with a super slow 2-hit beat on the hi-hat, that sometimes got some tom roll fills. This section ends with a 16 measure break though, and it later got a 21 measure break, so there will be some waiting in the chart, which does hurt the score a little bit. After the first break you get the slow 2-hit beat again, but this time you also get some fast continuous pedaling as well, which is a little bit faster than Nevermore's continuous pedaling. Some of the pedaling here does last for a while, so this chart will give you a leg a run for its money. The beats also evolves and changes a lot here, and you get some double strokes on the cymbals with the continuously pedaling. The fills here are also very tough, with a lot of fast rolls with tempo changes that comes pretty much during this whole section. After the 20 measure break is where this song gets really tough though. In fact, I would argue that this is the most tough song that they released in the Brutal week, at least for your leg. Because after the break you get some very fast continuous pedaling, with a very fast 2-hit beat on the hi-hat, which turns into a fast 6-hit beat on the blue right cymbal from time to time. Overall, this song is only for people who have worked up some leg muscles and control, or uses 2 pedals, because a lot of this chart is hard and fast continuously pedaling. But if you have the leg control, then I think you will enjoy this chart. I give the drum chart a 8.5 out of 10. The last song released in the Brutal week is Coma by Between the Buried and Me, and this is the hardest drum chart for cymbal and tom changes. But on the other hand, this chart also probably has some of the most simple sections and beats that released that week. It's a strange mix of super hard sections and much simpler beats and fills. This chart also doesn't have a lot of continuous pedaling, but instead you got a lot of hard cymbal and tom beats. You do get a 24 measure break towards the middle of the song, and I think only very good players will find some enjoyment from this chart on Expert, because some of the beats in the chart is pretty ridiculous. I give the drum chart a 8.5 out of 10. In summary of the week we got a year ago had a lot of hard drum charts. Yeah, I know it's strange being a Brutal week and all, but only buy these songs if you're a good player, or plan to playing on a lower difficulty. But with that said, I give the Brutal week released a year ago a total drum score of amazing 8.8 out of 10. But that's all for this video. If you want a good laugh over how bad these reviews used to be, make sure to check out my first ever review here. Also make sure to like, share and subscribe for more Rock Band content in the future, and tell us in the comments your thoughts of these DLC singles. See you tomorrow with a review of this week's DLC.